Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. Yeah, you know what it is. Hard worker, scrappy, unfiltered, and sometimes unhinged football content. Hard to explain, but you know it when you see it. Doing it daily our way. I don't know what you're talking about right now. Redraft and Dynasty Fantasy Football, we got you covered. You know their defense is ranked like 31st in the NFL? NFL draft prospects and rookies? Now you know you in the right place for that.
Absolutely.
All right, then stop saying it. Then we're done. And prop bets with my man Jay Rich. Count that money, man. Now wipe the crust out of your eyes. Get you a cup of coffee. It's time to wake your ass up with Ray G. You honestly are making absolutely no sense and you sound silly as hell. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. It is Wednesday, March 29th, 2023. Y'all decided to wake y'all asses up with Ray G. And for that, you know I appreciate y'all good people. Who we got in the building? Jay Peters, Lindsey Mack, Ricardo, Jimbo in the building, Nathan, Josh Jones, Jeff, Fizzle Dollars on the intro song. We got Gump in the building, Chris in the building, Top Dog, my girl Joe, Leo's in the building, Ty Claire, David, DG Fishing. What's going down with y'all? Happy y'all are in the building and excited because we are going to mock draft Wednesday. It's going down today. Yes, opening day. I am the biggest Major League Baseball fan there is, taking a page out of my good friend Matt Kelly's playbook. We're gonna talk baseball all damn day. Nah, I'm just kidding. Y'all know we ain't gonna do that, but shout out to everybody out there. I'm into baseball this year. My son is playing. He's actually half-ass decent, so I'm excited for baseball this year. Jay Rich, how you doing this morning, baby? How you doing, Jay?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I was laughing because I see Jimbo in the chat talking about baseball. I see someone talking about the Pittsburgh Pirates in the chat, saying they'll be out of the playoffs by May. Not shocking. But Jimbo, I'm sorry, my man. The Yankees, I can't say it on Twitter anymore, but fuck them Yankees. I ain't about the Yankees. Hate the Yankees. Y'all signed Aaron Judge. Terrible contract.
It's a family
Enjoy
show.
that.
It
was a family show until I hopped on. I'm sorry, D-Bro. I'm sorry to all the Fantasy Pros listeners that have tuned in. This is a different type of environment. But Ray, I'm excited that you're excited about baseball, even though your boy is suspended till April 20th.
Yeah, I was gonna say get to Tatis. Is he playing? Is he starting? Okay.
He's not playing.
Right,
One of these days he'll be back on the field. Maybe next season, hopefully. We'll see.
All right, man. But we got a guest joining the show today. You know we don't have a lot of guests here on the old Wake Up show, but I'm excited to bring one of my good friends in the space, man. We worked together for a while during our stint at FTN, and he went on to greener pastures over at Fantasy Pros. But Derek Brown, you can find him on Twitter at Dbro_FFB. Let's get D-Bro in the damn building. Where's he at? D-Bro, where you at, baby? There he is. Derek Brown, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, boys? Good morning, good morning. Y'all making me get my ass out of bed. For that, I'm grateful and a little salty this morning, so I'm ready to roll, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, man, let's go. We're gonna start with a SilverFlex mock, D-Bro. We're gonna go 4 rounds deep in this one, so we're gonna go deep. And you've prepared. I mean, you got rankings for the show. You got stuff color coordinated. You are ready to go, and you got some strong takes and opinions about some of these players in this class. And we'll definitely get to those. Jay, we got a little bit of news, so let's just start with the news. What we got right now, man?
So we got word from the man himself, Lamar Jackson, that he requested a trade on March 2nd. Surprised it didn't get leaked, honestly. You talk about the Ravens organization keeping it to the vest. So we'll see what happens with Lamar. He did request a trade. Where he ultimately goes, we'll see. I'm not sure where you guys want to see him play, but it seems like there's a lot of teams swirling as to where he could go. DJ Shark, Ray, could be on the rise this season. Frank Wright was asked about DJ Shark and talking about developing him as a wide receiver. So maybe we see a more complete route tree from DJ Shark, who will not be just utilized as a deep threat. We are still waiting on the trade for Mr. Karen Rodgers himself. Apparently, the compensation will be 2 second-round picks in 2023 and 2024 with a potential first upgrade if Rodgers does return to the next season. There's apparently no timeline for Kyler Murray. Brock Purdy, Ray, will be the 49ers QB, or so it seems. John Lynch was asked about Brock Purdy, and he said that if he took a start today, or if there was a starting opportunity today, it would be Brock Purdy if he was healthy. And then Shanahan kind of reiterated that report, talking about how Lance and Darnold will split first-team reps. Yikes for Lance Truthers in the first team reps for practice this year. And Irv Smith signed with the Bengals. So one of Scott Connor's favorite teams signed a tight end. Maybe it'll be a breakout season for Irv Smith. I've been hearing about this for a while. D-Bro, were you on the Irv Smith train? Do we care about Irv Smith?
Smith train, unfortunately. It's been a rough, bumpy ride, baby. We've been off the tracks, but it's just the same gift, man. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
They pulled me back in. Yep.
You know how it goes. I mean, look, I still think the Bengals can take a tight end in the top 3 rounds. So,
yep.
You know, I'm not going to say I'm back in, but I'm not out. Like, if you got him, hold him. So,
yeah.
What it is.
Okay.
Yeah, you know me. The whole Brock Purdy thing for me is fascinating. D-Bro, they say turn your mic up. They say you're too quiet. They say they know you're loud.
Wow.
And you're too
I'm not.
There it is.
I'm taking cues from Jay Rich here. He told me I was too loud
Don't
pregame.
fucking listen
so,
to him, man.
you
Don't
know.
listen to me.
Just saying.
I'm loud, D-Bro. I'm yelling constantly. I mean, there is spit all over the screen, the camera lens. I'm yelling. You gotta yell. The wake up is early. They want to hear you.
Am I loud enough?
Them to sleep.
Am I pushing enough wind out there for the people? Like,
Yeah,
You good?
You're pushing enough wind for the people.
it is what it is.
D-Bro, let me just ask you really quickly. What's your take and opinion on the 49ers quarterback situation? I think it would have been a lot clearer for people had Purdy not suffered the injury versus Philadelphia in the playoff game. But, you know, I've been on the side that they have yet to come out and publicly just be like, Lance is our guy, damn it, we're moving forward. We spent the number 3 overall pick on him. This is our quarterback of the future. So the absence or the lack of that vote of confidence from the organization has always given me pause for cause. Like, and this isn't even a thing of where I think Brock Purdy is good. It has no, it's not that I think he's some great quarterback, but what it appears to be, in my opinion, and what I've been saying for months is, it seems like they want Brock Purdy to be their quarterback. So with them finally publicly saying something about these guys, where are you at with these 2 quarterbacks in Dynasty?
If you can get rid of Brock Purdy, I'm all about that life. Here's the thing about Brock Purdy. I mean, we don't think that he's like an exceptional special talent. I mean, at his best, he's a QB2 in fantasy. So if you got him in Superflex, like, poof, just send him off, man. Like, we still got all the injury concerns and stuff like that. Like, does he bounce back? Does he have the same arm strength? Because it wasn't a howitzer to begin with. But my biggest takeaway, guys, is when I saw this hit the radio waves yesterday, I started sending out offers for Trey Lance, baby. Like,
oh, word. Oh,
I mean, here's the thing. Trey Lance has the top 5 draft capital. You know he's going to get, if it ain't an opportunity in San Francisco, he's going to get an opportunity somewhere. Like, that's going to happen, and probably multiple opportunities. So, like, that type of draft capital, somebody's going to take a shot on him. Like, whether it's a team trading for him going somewhere else, him being the guy in 49ers land. So for me, like, I sent out a bunch of offers, and I want to get y'all's take on this. I sent out a bunch of offers last night. I'm sending out late firsts in 23 for Trey Lance. And the way that I look at it is, like, you know, in a late first for Superflex, you ain't sniffing a quarterback unless it's Will Levis. So if you're out on Will Levis, like, I look at him and Trey Lance as like a similar bet. Top 10 draft capital, except one of them has real rushing equity. So why am I not going to just take the shot? If it fails, it fails. But if it hits the upside, that's a damn steal in Superflex to give up a late first for a rushing quarterback that we know is going to get multiple opportunities in the NFL. Am I crazy?
I don't know if you're crazy. D-Bro, would you
You
rather
can say I'm
trade
crazy,
for Trey?
Jay Rich. Come on, I hear it in your voice.
So I'm curious, though. Would you rather trade for Trey Lance or Jordan Love right now? Because I think the cost is about the same.
You think the cost is the same for Jordan Love? I don't think Jordan Love is getting a first, man. I don't think so.
Oh, if you ain't trading Jordan Love for a first, I don't know what you're doing. You might as well hold him at that price.
You're not going to get a first for Jordan Love. I don't see that happening. I mean, I think you get a second in 23, but I don't see a first. But I would take Lance.
D-Bro is out on Jordan Love. Heard it here first.
I'm not saying I'm out.
He's saying he's not even worth a first? Not even worth a first?
No, he's not worth a first. Do you think he's...
No, in Superflex, you don't think he's worth a first?
You're saying Brock Purdy's worth a first?
No, I never said Brock Purdy's worth a first,
This
baby.
is fascinating. No. This is a fascinating conversation, and it just goes to show there's just such a wide range of opinions on the situation. And ultimately it's just going to be fun for me to watch it play out. Whether that's Purdy, whether that's Lance, whether he's traded. You know, the reality is, I mean, he's as much of a hope and a wish cast as Will Levis is. He hasn't played meaningful football literally since, what, 2020, 2019?
Something like that, yeah.
You know, so it's been a while. And I'm of the opinion that the draft equity that was spent on him, I mean, that's just a negligible point at this point. I think it's just, I mean, that shit was in 2021. We're in the 2023 draft. You've spent that money. The cost of acquisition has already been used. So it's really just betting on. Well, I will say this. I think he's got this year to do it. Like, if he's going to be the guy, he needs to show it this season. If he does not do it in year 3, I don't know what the future holds in San Francisco for him. But the best thing for him is the fact that, and we don't wish for injuries on this show ever, but the best thing for Lance is the fact that Purdy's not going to be ready, you know, for OTAs. He's not going to be ready for the start of training camp. At least it doesn't appear that way. But it's going to be interesting to watch that one play out. But let's get to the mock, man. We got a mock, and we are going to use the draft capital and landing spots from Chad Reuter from NFL.com. We reviewed that mock over here on the show on Monday, and we actually have a little cheat sheet pulled up for the good people here that we'll share the screen with, and we'll do it like that. So we've got all the capital, the landing spots, the players, all that good stuff. And we also have some guys that weren't selected. So if you want to take a player that was not drafted in round 4, we will just assume like 5th round draft capital, right? So Sean Tucker, Kenny McIntosh, Tank Bigsby, Dwayne McBride, just assume they were, best case scenario, they were 5th round picks. We can just say they were all 5th rounders. I don't want to say Tucker was 6th. They're all 5th rounders per this exercise. So we are going to start with the SilverFlex. Nothing crazy. Let's go 1.5 premium at tight end, which is kind of standard.
Okay.
Which is kind of, we're not going to go start 2. We're not going to go 2 points per reception, but 1.5 tight end premium, SilverFlex, rookie mock, 2023. It's linear, not snake. D-Bro, you are the guest of honor. You will pick 1, J Rich will pick 2, and I will pick 3rd. So let's christen this thing. D-Bro, you are on the clock at 101, and as we do this draft, just because there will be people who listen back on audio and not watch the video, so just the player you're taking, the round, and the team, like Bijan Robinson to the, I don't even know where he went in this mock, what yada yada yada. So there you go. D-Bro, you're up 101. Who you taking? SilverFlex, tight end premium.
It's Bijan. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to overthink this, boys. It's Bijan 101. Reuter put him to the Bears. I think it was, the 9th overall pick. So,
yep.
Yeah, man, I got to go Bijan. Like, I get the format and stuff like that, but, hey, I'm not passing up on 101 on Bijan. No way.
Yeah. Bijan Robinson, 101. Jay Rich, you are on the clock at 10. And listen, we're not going to spend a ton of time on some of the top guys. We'll dive into players that I think the community is a little divided on. There have been conversations about, is there any quarterback that could potentially, with the landing spot, jump to 101 in SilverFlex? We've asked the question. We've talked about it. I think you can make a case, but for most people, it's going to be Bijan Robinson at 1. Jay Rich, you're on the clock at 102. Where you going?
I'm taking the number 1 overall pick, C.J. Stroud to Carolina. Been my QB1 from the very beginning. I'm sticking with it, Ray. I know when Carolina first traded for that number 1 pick, I was a little hesitant, but I think I'm back in, especially with this mock. If the outcome played out this way, I would definitely like it for C.J. Stroud, and I think that Carolina will be set up, even though they gave up a lot. I think they're going to be set up for good things for the long term, even though they got rid of some of their key players. So I do like C.J. Stroud here, and I'll be taking him at number 2 overall.
All right, C.J. Stroud, 102, can't argue with it. Will be quarterback 1 for a lot of people out there. You know, what his ceiling is in the NFL. I mean, this dude could go out there and be a 35 touchdown per season type quarterback, man. He's accurate. He can make every throw. C.J. Stroud's a phenomenal quarterback prospect. Excited to see him in the NFL. I am at 103, and there's no surprise where I'm going, Jay. For fantasy football purposes, I don't care about leading the team to a damn Super Bowl. Jay, I need points, and I think Anthony Richardson is going to provide those points. I've been on board with it for fantasy. He's if he gets the draft capital. I have to continue to say, assuming the capital. If Anthony Richardson slides like Malik Willis, no, he's not going to be damn QB1. But right now, by all NFL draft accounts, he's going to be a top 10 pick. If he's a top 5 pick, even better. Anthony Richardson will be my QB1, and I will happily select him at the 103 spot. D-Bro, you're on the clock, 104. Where you going, baby?
Man, so I'm divided. Do you go formatted? Do I go player? I mean, I think you can make a good case for either one of the people. Screw it, man. I'm going upside. People say that there is no elite Jamar Chase type of guy up in this draft. Man. I want JSN. Give me Jackson Smith and Jigba. I want him over Bryce Young, and this is not shade on Bryce, but JSN is that damn dude, man. He's going to command targets from the hop. I mean, are we at the point right now where JSN, all this bullshit about he's slow, he's a slot only, all this kind of stuff? Can we throw all that shit out the window? Are we ready to do that? Because I am.
I think so. I mean, listen, he's the best wide receiver prospect in this class, in my opinion. He's been that for us for quite some time. You know,
I like alpha wide receivers, baby. So
he's got the size, he's got the lateral quickness, the production is there. And where did he go in this mock? JSN went
21st to the Chargers. So Justin Herbert.
Does that
Keenan Allen, heir apparent?
If that happens, if JSN goes to the Chargers, I'm just asking you, D bro, would you consider even taking him ahead of Anthony Richardson for you? Okay. So you're good with A-Rich at 3. You're not taking him over A-Rich.
No, I'm not taking him over A-Rich. And the way that my Superflex, the way that I'm ranking these guys is like there's the own tier of Bijan, CJ Stroud, A-Rich, and JSN. Okay. Like to me, that's your elite guys. Like that, I put them in their own tier. And this is again not shade on Bryce, but like those are the guys that like if I'm gonna spend up, give me a top 4 pick, and that's the guys I want to spend up for. So
we are truly looking at sort of your. I'm putting Bijan in tier 1, but I know Bijan is Bijan. But this is your tier 1 of prospects in this class. Love it, D bro. Yep. Love it. JSN 104, a little shock. J Rich, we have been selecting, but I'm not knocking it. I'm not, and we're basing it on.
No, I mean, give me the shade because like I know people out in the comments are gonna be like, it's Superflex, Bryce Young, and I'm like, if Bryce Young only gives you like QB 13 through QB 16 type of production though, like. Versus an alpha wide receiver 1, who's giving you more points? We like points, right? Like, then who's giving you more points and a difference maker?
Yeah, my girl Joe said she's down on Bryce Young as well. So I think it's just very split. I think.
Hey, if I'm in line with Joe, then we know things are going right.
Yeah, my girl Joe, my girl Joe knows what's up. All right, Jay Rich, you were up at 105. Where you going, big dog?
Unlike D-Bro, and apparently Joe in the chat is saying she's down on Bryce Young. Is that some shade towards his height, Joe? Come on. Is this what we're doing now? I will be taking Bryce Young at 105.
She said she's looking down on Bryce Young.
She probably is looking down on Bryce Young. I wouldn't be shocked. But yes, I will be taking Bryce Young here, drafted number 2 overall to the Texans. The Texans revamped their offensive line. They have Dameon Pierce. They added the weapon later on in the draft, so I do like this quite a bit. So give me Bryce Young at 105 happily as my last QB in that tier 1.
All right. I am on the board at 1-6, and I'm looking at the board. Will Levis, the Vikings in this mock traded up to get Will Levis. All right.
And you were ecstatic. You were hyped on that.
I was hyped. I like it.
You're very hyped on that.
I like it. Jordan Addison to Houston as wide receiver 1. I don't think there's a chance in hell I would take him over JSN, and I like Jordan Addison. Am I really going to take the last pick in the second round, Jahmyr Gibbs?
You're thinking about it.
I'm not, man.
I can't believe he fell that far.
Listen, we're doing it based on the mock, and per this mock in Superflex, I know y'all don't like it, but at this point, I am taking the quarterback that the Minnesota Vikings, who have Justin Jefferson on their team, traded up for. Like, I don't see a better value at 6 on the board than Kentucky quarterback Will Levis at the 106. Again,
Ray, all I can say, better you than me, baby. Better you than me.
I understand. And I did this intentionally because I wanted to have the conversation, because y'all would have copped out and taken Jordan Addison or Quentin Johnston or Zay Flowers or Tajay Spears. I'm not taking a second-round wide receiver over a top 10 quarterback. Even if we don't believe the quarterback is going to be some phenomenal talent, you're talking about the number 10 overall pick that the Vikings traded up to get, that they have the best wide receiver in the NFL in Justin Jefferson. Damn it, all you got to do is get it in the vicinity of him, and he's going to catch the ball. You have one of the best tight ends in TJ Hawkinson. You have Kevin O'Connell, who's done a great job of calling play action, getting Kirk Cousins on the move, and they have Kirk Cousins. So there's no immediate reason to put Levis on the field from day one. At 106, I didn't see anywhere else to go. Talk to me. Y'all don't like it, but what else do I do?
No, I don't like it, man. But to be honest, in this mock with Zay dropping to the second round and stuff like that, in my ranks, I've got Zay right behind Bryce Young. Now, but factoring capital to this, no, I don't hate you going Will Levis. And I'm not a huge Will Levis person, but the format and where these guys went. Now, if you were going to tell me Zay Flowers and Addison, those guys are going to be first-round picks.
Right.
I mean, I know Addison's a first-round pick, but I don't see Addison as having the same type of ceiling. So if Zay was in the first round, I would take him over Levis. Okay. But considering the way this mock played out, yeah, I don't hate the Levis pick at all.
And doesn't it just feel like if this were how the draft played out, it would feel like this is just a spot you wouldn't want. You just wouldn't.
Yeah, you just trade out.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that 1-6 spot. Jay, do you kind of feel the same way?
A 24 first and a 24 second and just trade out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I think it went the same way, to be honest. It's just funny to hear you talk about Jefferson, right? You just want all that Jefferson exposure. The 180 on the fraudulent one is one of my favorite storylines this season. But yeah, I know you're right. It's a perfect fit for Levis. I think his skill set would be great in Minnesota. He's kind of like a Kirk upgrade if he can get his footwork right and really figure out his base. If they can develop that with him, I think he'd be a great quarterback for them. And obviously they can add more weapons down the line as well that can make them even better and more potent on offense.
All right, let's talk about it. 1-7, D-Bro, I believe you are on the clock, my friend. Where you going?
Considering my dude Zay did not get the draft capital, where did he go?
Not even
in
no
this
courage
round?
here.
He went.
Where did he?
Was it 39
near
overall?
the middle? 39. So top 8 pick.
Screw it. I'm.
Are you doing it?
I'm in between him or Addison. Fuck it, man. Let's go Zay Flowers. I'm just gonna go with my boy.
All right. We got Zay Flowers at the 107. Zay Flowers in this mock went at the top of the second round to the Carolina Panthers. And let's not forget, because we are doing it based on the mock, he will be catching passes from your favorite quarterback in this class, D-Bro, CJ Stroud. So, there you go. Where you at, Rich? Well, go ahead, D. What do you? You're struggling.
I need to hear about this from D-Bro.
So I'm struggling here because we're talking about draft capital and hit rates and things like that. So Zay dropping to the second, does it ding him? Obviously, he's a little bit older of a prospect and stuff. So I get it's controversial, but for me, the other part of the other side of this coin is Carolina didn't have a first round pick. He falls to the second. Who's the number one in that offense? It's not going to be Adam Thielen. No. Terrace Marshall. Come on down.
Shark?
DJ Shark on a 1-year deal. There's still the path with all those wide receivers there that are either aging or shown in the NFL careers. They are not target earners, high-end target earners. Zay Flowers can still be a number one wide receiver in this offense. That path is still there. So being able to grow with CJ Stroud, who, CJ Stroud's on a different tier for me, man. I love that dude. I'm willing to chase it with Zay Flowers.
Jay Rich, you're on the clock. Where you going, 108?
Ray, I think the slide has to end. I think it has to end. I'll be taking Jahmyr Gibbs, who went to Kansas City. It's just home run landing spot. I know that people may see it as a potential committee, but Jahmyr Gibbs, easily RB2 in the class for me. I know for some people, could be Charbonnet. Love the skill set of Charbonnet, but I'm going to take the pass-catching upside of Jahmyr Gibbs in this Kansas City offense. We'll see how he ultimately gets utilized. It may be in a lesser touch workload than we're expecting, but Obviously, the dynamite talent that Gibbs would be phenomenal in Kansas City. There's not a ton of weapons there anyway, so he could still see a decent share of touches. Isaiah Pacheco, for as great as he was for fantasy, there's always a world where he gets replaced in the draft. We can't rule that out because, again, he's kind of a between-the-20s grinder. Wasn't super utilized in the red zone, but maybe he takes a leap this year. But if they did draft Gibbs late second round, I would be definitely drafting him this high, if not higher, probably ahead of Zay Flowers in all my rookie drafts.
Okay, and Jahmyr Gibbs, according to this mock, was the last pick in the second round, RB5 off the board, and he comes off the board as RB2 in this mock, per Chad Reuter, which leaves me on the clock at 109, and I'm just going to say both of y'all are out of your damn minds. You guys are absolutely insane because you've allowed Jordan Addison to fall to 109. And if I'm telling you right now, I don't agree with him being the first receiver off of the board. I don't think he will be the first wide receiver off the board. But we are doing the exercise based on what did happen. And what did happen was he was selected number 12 overall by the Houston Texans, who don't have a number 1 wide receiver, who did draft Bryce Young with the second overall pick. And there's no way in hell I'm taking the last pick of the second round, RB5, off the board. Zay Flowers, I can make a little better of a case for him, but I'm still not taking second round pick Zay Flowers before I'm taking the 12th overall pick in the NFL draft in Jordan Addison on a team that's devoid of all pass-catching weapons. You can talk about Nico Collins all you want, and, prayers up, and we hope to just see John Mechie get on the field and play. But I'm not passing on the 12th overall pick for the last running back of the 5th running back off the board, last pick in the second round, or a early second round pick wide receivers in Zay Flowers. Even though I have Zay Flowers rated higher on my film grades than Jordan Addison, I'm leaning on the historical hit rate in the capital that Addison got at 109. Y'all are insane. Thank you for leaving me Jordan Addison at 109. D-Bro, you are up at the 110. What are we doing?
I'm trying to remember.
And remember, it's tight end premium. It's 1.5. It's not a massive premium, but it's 1.5. It is tight end premium. This is the first TEP mock. D-Bro, you're the first guest on this draft season. It's the first tight end premium mock we've done. Do you want to dive into the tight end pool, or are there some other players that you still want to tap?
Man, I'm gonna go with my boy here, my RB2 here. I'm gonna go Zach Charbonnet.
Zach Charbonnet.
I'm going Zach Charbonnet. I love his landing spot. I love his skill set. I think you're looking at a guy that could sit here and have somewhat of a ceiling. Like, I don't think he's going to be like a massive pass catcher in the NFL, but I think he has pass game utility. I think he's going to be a workhorse, dude. So to see him go in the second to the Chargers, which, I mean, who knows what happens with Austin Eckler? Even if he, they ain't going to give him that money. They're not going to give him the bag. So we're talking about, he's out of there in the next 2 years. I got to remember when his contract up. He might be a free agent after this year.
I like it, D-Bro. And just to remind the people, Charbonnet went 54th overall to the Chargers. He was RB4 off of the board.
Second round is first round capital now, baby.
This is a good pick. I like this pick. I don't hate this pick at all. Little shocked you took him over your boy Tajay Spears, who went 14 picks ahead of him, because I know you like you some Tajay Spears.
I like Tajay.
But that landing spot in LAC is sexy. Sexy. Jay Rich, we're almost done with round one. You are up at 111. Where are you going? We'll recap round one, and then we'll kind of speed it up for round 2s, 3, and 4.
I will be taking first round wide receiver, 22nd overall to the Kansas City Chiefs, Jalen Hyatt. If there's one quarterback I expect to maximize the most out of any receiver skill set, it would definitely be Patrick Mahomes. D-Bro clearly does not want Jalen Hyatt. He hates him.
Nope.
He does not want
him. Thinks he's trash. All he does is run deep routes. No good. Doesn't have a route tree. I'm not so worried about that. If MVS can get targets on an offense, I think the Jalen Hyatt, if he's drafted in the first round, is more than worthy of targets. Only option in Kansas City right now really is Travis Kelce. They lost Juju, who I believe was their second leading target getter last season. So there's definitely opportunity available for any player who ends up in Kansas City. Hyatt would be a great addition to that offense. Maybe not everyone's favorite pick in terms of target share, but I think he could do a lot in that Kansas City offense. And as a first round pick, I'd be willing to take the shot here late first.
Pop off, D-Bro. You don't like him. Talk about him. We'll talk about Jalen Hyatt.
I'm not a Hyatt guy, man.
Talk about him.
I just not, man. He's not a developed guy. He's going to play from the slot. Like, here's my thing. Like, Kansas City landing spot, that's great. Like, I still can't, like, I'm not in on the prospect, though. Like, I mean, I understand the capital, and I understand the landing spot, and I guess people are going to be high on that, like, if he were to go to Kansas City. But
because you're a Sky Moore guy, isn't it?
No, it ain't. Well, you want to put straight up talent? I'll take Sky Moore over Jalen Hyatt any damn day of the week. I think he's a better wide receiver. Jalen Hyatt had free releases for damn days, dude, and he played in the slot all of his time at Tennessee. If they put him outside and ask him to win as an outside X or a Z, he's going to struggle, dude. I'm just going to throw it out there. He's going to struggle if they put him outside and expect him to win from the outside from the hop.
I am on the. I'm going to. This is a good spot for Hyatt. I think the landing spot is there, the capital is there, and I'm just, again, what's different. This is why I think everybody out there, if you're doing rookie mocks and you're giving this as a service to people, if you're not mocking off of some foundational mock draft, even if this mock isn't accurate, you're doing it wrong. Because it would be very easy to just go through this and pick the players that we like, and that's just essentially your rankings. I'm looking through this, and the whole all I'm thinking is, there's no way we're getting through 4 rounds. Like, we don't even have enough good landing spots to even pick these guys. Like, you have to do it this way. It makes things very difficult, and I'm here at the 112 spot, and remember, it's a SilverFlex PPR 1.5 tight end premium, and y'all, I can't.
Are we going there?
I'm not gonna do it, man. There are too many good tight ends that went even in round 2. I can't do it. So if this were how the NFL draft is going to play out, I believe that with this final pick in the first round, I am going to dive into the running back pool and take a player that I had rated on film is the 4th best running back in this class. He's the number 40 overall pick to the New Orleans Saints. He gets to stay in Louisiana. And I'm going to lane running back Tyjae Spears, who I think is going to be a dynamic weapon in the NFL, even if he's not a traditional bell cow in the sense of the word. That they don't exist anymore. Those guys are few and far between. NFL, there's committees left and right. I think Tyjae Spears in a quote-unquote Tony Pollard type role where he's not asked to carry the ball 20 times a game, 15 times a game, could be a valuable asset. And per this mock, I mean, I really didn't know where else to go. I mean, I could have gone tight end, but I'm fine with taking Spears here, knowing that a Musgrave, a Sam Laporta, even a Tucker Kraft were all top 55 picks in the NFL draft per this mock. So I will forego the tight end here, and I will take Tyjae Spears, the 40th overall pick to the New Orleans Saints. And a quick recap of round 1, Bijan Robinson, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, and JSN were the top 4 picks. Bryce Young, Will Levis, and Zay Flowers come off the board right after those 4. And then we round out the back of the first round with Jahmyr Gibbs, Jordan Addison, Zach Charbonnet, Jalen Hyatt, and Tyjae Spears. Chat, talk to me. Best pick in round 1 was what? We are going to start round 2. We're going to go a little bit quicker because I definitely want to get through round 2. D-Bro, you are on the clock. 201. Where you going?
I'm breaking the seal, baby. Give me my tight end 1, the dude that I don't throw out crazy ass comps, man, but like he's got the movement skills, like he's got ridiculous, stupid ass upside. Give me Dalton Kincaid here, baby.
Kincaid.
I'm all for it.
All right, Dalton Kincaid at 2-1. This is 1.5 tight end premium. Dalton Kincaid, tight end 1 off the board. Jay Rich, you're on the clock. 202. Where you going?
I'm going to be taking Hendon Hooker here, drafted at the top of the second by the Las Vegas Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo only there on a 1-year contract. Pray to God that Devontae Adams stays is really part of this analysis here. But realistically, Hendon Hooker's been a guy that's been rising for a long time. We've seen him in the mid-second. Now we're seeing him top of the second. He is truly a guy who was a first-round quarterback before he got injured. And potentially, Ray, D-Bro coming back off that injury, still could be a first-round pick. So he's a guy that I am rising on. I think that if you take him at the top of the second, it's worth it. This is Superflex after all. Those quarterbacks are king. So if you do hit on a Hendon Hooker who potentially could fill in next season, learn under Jimmy Garoppolo for a year, and then come out full force, I don't really hate it. We're talking about taking Will Levis top of the first or mid first round, taking Hendon Hooker under similar circumstances. Again, not quite the same caliber of team, but the Raiders will hopefully build through the draft over the years. I know we can't trust them, but I don't mind taking a shot on Hendon Hooker here, top of the second. D-Bro, you seem to disagree. Do you think it's crazy?
No, I don't
SilverFlex
disagree.
taking
I mean, I'm saying we need to put some respect. In some mocks, Hendon Hooker's gone top 5. So, maybe this mock is throwing in some shade. I mean, I don't know if everybody out there saw that yesterday, but I'm making jokes here. But, like, Hendon Hooker, like, in my ranks, he's all over the damn place because we don't know where his capital is. But him going to the second round, yeah, I don't hate it all, man. Like, if he goes in the second round in the NFL draft, his hit rate's still decent. Now, if he drops to the third, I'm gonna bury him because then if he hits, if he goes to the third or fourth round in the NFL draft, he's gonna be a total damn outlier, and I'm not betting on outliers. So, like, if he goes in the second round, I don't hate it at all, man, because the thing about it is if he goes in the second round, considering his age, he's going to play early. Like, the Raiders are not going to be like, we're going to draft a 25-year-old quarterback and then bench his ass for 3 years. So he's going to be a 28-year-old just getting to start. That won't happen. So, yeah, I don't hate the Hendon Hooker pick at all, man.
Yeah, Hendon Hooker, and he went top of the second round to the Raiders. Right here, I am up at the 203 spot, and I don't know who's throwing him the ball. Have no idea. Could be Colt McCoy for all I know. I don't think it's going to be Kyler Murray this season, but it does appear as if the Arizona Cardinals are going to move on from DeAndre Hopkins, and that leaves Greg Dortch, Rondale Moore, and Hollywood Brown, all receivers that are the same size as me to play in the NFL on the outside. So I'm going to go with Quentin Johnson, who was picked at the top of the second round by the Arizona Cardinals at 2-3. He actually profiles as an X at 6'2", 208 pounds. We know he's got freakish athleticism. I think this would be a good spot for him. He can learn and grow and develop next to Hollywood Brown. You've got a competent slot in Greg Dortch / Rondale Moore. You've got some upside at tight end with Trey McBride. So right here at the 2-3 spot, give me QJ. I just feel like I am gobbling up value in this draft. What the hell are y'all doing letting me have the type of draft that I'm having in this mock? Now, D-Bro, you are on the clock at 204. And again, you got to go off of this. It's getting dirty, D-Bro, because there may be some players that you like a little bit more or I like a little bit more, but they weren't top 4 round picks. So you have all free reign, Derek Brown, as the guest of this show, to draft whomever the hell you want to draft. But if they are not inside of round 4, we have to assume you are taking a 5th round pick over all of these guys. So where do you want to go here with the 204 pick?
Man, y'all making me lean into a format here. I can't pass up a first-round tight end.
Okay, all right.
Let's go Michael Mayer.
You don't sound excited about it, but you said you can't pass up a first-round tight end.
I like Michael Mayer, but I don't look at him as having the same type of ceiling. Like, I look at Mayer as having – he's going to be stable, probably a tight end 1, like, his entire career and stuff like that. Like, but I don't know if he's got, like, top 3, top 5 ceiling because of his athleticism. But considering the draft capital tied into him, and honestly, like – I'm looking at all these second-round picks, and I'm like, I don't know about all that. So I'll go with the tight end here.
Yeah, and we have just cleared round 1. So all the players that were selected in round 1 have officially been cleared off of the board, with Michael Mayer going 15th overall to the Green Bay Packers to be Jordan Love's tight end 1. Jay Rich, you're on the board at 2-5. Where you going, my friend?
Ray, I don't think you're going to like this pick. I think I'm taking your guy. I'm going to be taking number 52 overall to Seattle, Marvin Mims. I think this is a good... He's the only one on the board that I actually want here is Marvin Mims. We're big Marvin Mims fans.
Let's go.
Underutilized at Oklahoma. Can definitely do more in the NFL. As a, bit of a late second-round pick, this would be great capital for Mims. We haven't really seen him go this high in mocks, but to go this high, again, we can talk about Darnell Washington, Tennessee, Rashee Rice. We'll see. In Green Bay, not a bad landing spot. Cedric Tillman in Atlanta. Again, we know there's 2 pretty clear-cut options there. But if Tyler Lockett did move on from Seattle next season, we could see a world where Marvin Mims is operating in that role next to DK Metcalf, and I would like that quite a bit. So with this capital, I'd want to take a shot here on Marvin Mims. Feels a little early, but based on the landing spots for these other players, I think it's a fine pick based on the value and kind of who else is left to take. Ray, I see you tilting over there. Where are you going with the 206?
He can't sit here and go off his whole y'all let value drop to me. Now he can't say that. Thank you, Jay Rich.
Not this time.
Because I didn't want to hear it again.
Okay.
I let him have QJ because I know he's a big QJ guy. But.
Oh, I know.
So I'm looking around. And I am thankful and grateful I saw a name because I was very nervous that I was going to have to make a pick that I absolutely despise. But I don't have to do that, and I feel really good because I'm going right back to the same team I just drafted from. The Arizona Cardinals are in a race to the bottom. This is a team that is going nowhere fast. They are devoid of talent. They added Quentin Johnston. I don't believe Kyler Murray is going to play football this fall. I just don't. I think that knee is more important than Arizona winning 4 games, and I believe that they are just going to stink this year. They only have James Conner at running back. So for me, right here at the 206 spot, I'm going to take the 79th player drafted in the draft, 3rd round pick, Kendre Miller out of TCU. I believe talent-wise, he's a top 6-7 back in this class. He's got the size. I don't care about the tested metrics. I saw him play. He's athletic enough, more than athletic enough. I will take a shot on Kendre Miller at 2-6.
That is what we call people planting your flag.
I planted the flag. I sure did.
It's very deep. Took out the shovel.
I stand on the hill wholeheartedly. I think Kendre Miller is a dude. D-Bro, you're up at 2-7. Where you going?
Oh, man, this mock is dirty, man.
It's dirty.
It's dirty.
We're going deep. I'm gonna take. I hate the landing spot, but I'm gonna go with my highest ranked wide receiver who got capital here. Give me Cedric Tillman.
Cedric Tillman. Okay. All right. He went 44.
I was in between him and Rashee Rice, man. Like, I'm not a big Rashee guy, but I think we're gonna go off of ranks and stuff like that. Both of them got similar 2nd round capital. I know that we still got Pitts. I know we got my boy Drizzy Drake there, but I'll go with the capital here. I'll go with Tillman.
Yep. All right. Let's go. Jay, where you at?
I'll be taking Washington's brand new tight end, Luke Musgrave here. It is a tight end premium league. I could have went Rashee Rice. Again, Darnell Washington, great tight end, probably playing left tackle in Tennessee. Sam Laporta, very underutilized tight ends in Miami. So I'm just probably not going to go that route. Great players, not the best landing spots. I think Musgrave has the upside. We all saw him at the Senior Bowl, absolutely dominated there. If he can find a role as a top 50 pick in Washington, not great quarterback play unless Sam Howell turns out good, but I definitely like the fit here in Washington. I think he could do some good things. That athleticism will be on full display for the Commanders this year.
All right, I am on the clock, and it is happening. It is happening. It is happening. Let me give y'all the edge. How many people we got in here? We got 321 people in here.
Oh, here we go.
The pick that I'm about to make has no bearing on what I feel about the player, but I know you all love the player. And I know if he does anything in the NFL, I will be able to trade said player for more than I acquired him for. I'm not a fan of his game. Don't think he's a particularly good running back. Don't hate him, but I'm in no desperate need to have this player. But here at the 209 spot, I am going to take the Cleveland Browns' 3rd round pick, Zach Evans, to be behind Nick Chubb. We know that Cleveland is not just going to give Nick Chubb all the work. Zach Evans, y'all love him. I'm not a big fan of him. He's RB6 off of the board. He's in Cleveland. I like what they're doing offensively, getting more weapons out there to spread the field out for Deshaun Watson. I'm very high. I'm getting myself on board the Deshaun Watson train for this season, and I just know that people would want Zach Evans. If he's a day 2 pick, this is a player that Dynasty gamers love because he's been a Debbie Darling for 2 years.
Why do they love him so damn much, Ray?
He's been a Debbie Darling for 3 years, D-Bro, and they love him.
They hate my ranks, man. They'll hate my ranks.
D-Bro, I don't have him high. I don't have him. This is not a pick that I made for me and my team. This is a pick that I made.
This is a pick for the people? This is a people pick.
This is a pick. No, this is a pick for the league suckers. Ain't even a pick
for our people.
It's for the league suckers who think he's going to be the next thing. I got to take him. He was a 3rd round running back. I'm looking at Rashee Rice, and I like Rashee Rice. Green Bay, they just drafted Mayer. They have Christian Watson. They've got Romeo. Jordan Love I'm higher on Jordan Love. I think he's going to be okay, but he ain't going out there and distributing the ball to 5-6 weapons in year one. So I will pass on Rashee Rice. I'll pass on Darnell Washington, which I love Wash. I hate this spot. And I'll take Zach Evans, man. All right. I know.
3
It's
straight
dirty.
TCU players, Ray. Look at you, keeping it local.
Dude,
I mean, keeping it local. I mean, we remember all that TCU stuff,
for
baby.
TCU, man. Yeah, Jalen Rager continues to
Yeah,
haunt me.
see?
Even
I
3 years down the
mean,
line.
dude, the roots are coming out, man. Like, he's repping hard for DFW, baby.
Can we see Mad Max Duggan in the 3rd round
Max
potentially?
Duggan,
Still
maybe.
available?
We may get
Still
some Max
available?
Duggan. Oh man.
Hold on, did Max Duggan get drafted to this? Or
no,
we just
No,
we're assuming
he
he's a
didn't.
5th round pick. We are.
I mean, Ray, he's a 5th round pick. You got to take that stab soon, baby.
All right, D bro, you're on the
Not
clock.
before Stetson Bennett. Not before Stetson
210.
Bennett.
210. You're on the
Oh,
clock.
crap. And okay, so in the way that I'm approaching this mock is I'm not building my own team.
Right.
I'm selecting based off of where I think these guys should go. So again, I'm not building my own team. So I'm not just being like, shit, let me draft all the damn tight ends. Okay? But I love me some Sammy Ballgame, baby. I love Sam Laporta. Second
Okay.
round capital.
Ooh.
Give me Sam Laporta, baby. Like,
Okay.
tight end 5 off the board here is damn blasphemous. Like, Sam Laporta, his bread is going to be buttered in the passing game, baby, and I'm here for it. Like,
Butter that
to
bread,
Miami,
baby.
I
Butter that
mean,
bread. Butter
give me the
that
entire
bread.
loaf. Give me the big spread.
Give me that
I'm
loaf.
here. Sam Laporta.
Talk dirty to me. Give me that loaf.
I mean,
butter that bread.
that over Darnell Washington, who's probably going to get like a 8% target share in Tennessee.
Where
no,
is
sir.
he?
No, thank you.
I can't even
no,
find
no.
him. Where's he at? Where's
Oh,
Sam
Sleeper's
Laporta?
probably got
Oh,
him buried.
They got him buried down here. There he is, Sam Laporta.
Just damn blasphemous,
All
man.
right, we'll get it. We'll
Dude
get him
played
loaded.
20% of his snaps on the outside as an outside wide receiver in last year for Iowa. Like, he's going to be a pass catcher from the word go.
Jay Rich, you're on the clock. Sam Laporta's gone. Where are you going?
This is disgusting. There's nobody I want here.
Well, this is the
Oh,
exercise.
go ahead and take your boy. Take Jonathan Mingo. You know you want to do it, Jay Rich.
That's my 4th round dart throw, but I will take Darnell Washington here, even though
Okay.
the format is what it is. And to your point, target share could be very low. I like Chiggy as a receiving option. Again, there's just not a lot of upside here that I see on the board. You could go Tucker Kraft, probably in a better offense, another receiving weapon, but we saw the lack of utilization from the tight end in Detroit already. I'm not saying that would be much different, but if for some reason Big Wash got it done on the outside, got it done from the tight end spot, I wouldn't be shocked. He is huge. He is dominant. He has the athleticism. They could utilize him in a lot of different ways. Again, tight end 3 off the board, 41st overall to Tennessee. I got to take a shot at some point. Late second isn't terrible draft capital to take a shot on him on. So I will be taking him here. Ray, who do you want with your last pick of the second round?
I'll take Rashee Rice. I mean, he was the 45th pick, Green Bay. I wasn't taking him over Evans, but as I look over the board, there are no running backs that were selected in round 3. He's got top 50 capital. Detroit couldn't use TJ Hawkinson. So why on earth do I think they're going to be able to utilize Tucker Kraft in the same offense? 1.5 tight end premium, in my opinion, doesn't move the needle enough. I wouldn't have taken any tight end before like pick 10 of the second round. I wouldn't have done it personally. I'm not touching Mayer. I'm not touching Musgrave. I'm not touching any of them before about the 10th or 11th pick in the second round. It just does not move the needle. 1.5 tight end premium enough for me, but some people think it does. That's why I kind of wanted to throw that wrinkle in there. So I'll take Rashee Rice here with the 212 spot. To the Green Bay Packers. Still same concerns persist for me with Christian Watson, Jordan Love, them taking Michael Mayer per this mock, but he was a top 50 pick. He's the last receiver in the second round. I'll go Rashee Rice. So let's run through round 2 really quickly. Dalton Kincaid, Hendon Hooker, Quentin Johnston, Michael Mayer, and Marvin Mims were the first 5 picks in the second round. This is in linear, not snake order. Then we have Kendre Miller, Cedric Tillman, Luke Musgrave, and Zach Evans. Right after that, in the final 3, we had 2 tight ends in Sam Laporta and Darnell Washington, and Rashee Rice rounded out pick round 2. So, D-Bro, you were on the clock. 3-1, rapid fire. This is be the last round we get through. Where do you want to go? And are you going to deviate from the mock and take a guy that was a 5th round pick over some of these 3rd round receivers, 4th round running backs? What do you want to do? It's dirty. I mean, it is dirty.
It's gross, baby. But I'm gonna sit here and take a guy that I'm surprised he slipped this far. Give me Josh Downs.
Okay.
I don't like the landing spot. I'm surprised he fell all the way to the 3rd round in this mock. But I still believe versus the board, like that's decent enough draft capital. I can tell myself a story.
Yeah, I can tell myself a story too. Jay Rich, where you at?
I'll be taking the Giants' new ex-wide receiver, Jaden Reed, who was drafted 89th overall. Again, I talked about it last show. I think he's a guy who could replace Darius Slayton. I think he has that skill set. We saw it on full display at the Senior Bowl as well there. A little bit underutilized at Michigan State to some degree because they ran the ball so much, but I think that he's a guy that could be dynamic for them, and I'd be willing to take a shot here late 3rd round. I understand I could have went Mango, but I decided to take Reed. A little bit more dynamic talent, and obviously the offense should be much better out there for the Giants.
All right. I am here at the 3-3 spot, and I just ripped you guys for taking tight ends early in this format. And here at 3-3, I am comfortable, and I'm getting the 55th overall pick. I think at this point, I'm okay taking Tucker Kraft, who got 2nd round capital. So I will go Tucker Kraft here at the 3-3 spot in a 1.5 tight end premium. D-Bro, you're on the clock. 3:04.
I can tell you who the hell I'm not going to take, and that sure as hell is Kayshon Boutte. I ain't touching that.
All right.
Let me...
2nd round is cleared, too. 2nd round's completely
done.
cleared. Yep.
3rd round is gross as hell. Outside of maybe one player. Give me Devon A-Chain. I hate the landing spot.
I like it.
But 4th round capital, I'll go with him.
All right. Jay Rich, you're on the clock. Where you going, 3-5?
I'm going to be taking Eric Gray, who went to Cincinnati at 131. Again, if they do get rid of Joe Mixon, I will be taking Gray here. I like Chase Brown, but I just don't see any path to meaningful touches behind Kenneth Walker.
Over your boy? Over your boy?
Yeah, over my boy.
Getting
I know.
3rd round capital. Over your boy.
I know. I love me some Mingo, but those 40 targets
No,
a year
apparently
just
you
don't quite do
don't.
it for
Apparently
me.
you don't love him that much.
Big fan of Gray. At Oklahoma, he had a bad junior year, but really stepped it up this past season. I think he could find a role. Again, Samaje Perine is gone, so there could be third down options for him. We'll see what they ultimately do, but I do like Gray in Cincinnati. I think it'd be a great fit for him and his skill set.
All right. I am up. I honestly have no clue who Britton Strange even is. I don't even know. I'm not even trying to be funny. I don't know who that is.
Good, I'm not alone then, right?
I can't even fake the funk, and I know you just shit on him or shat on him. But I think at this spot, again, this is somebody in my league will want him. And he's in New Orleans. I can paint this story. He was a top 75 pick. I am going to take Kayshon Boutte here at the 3-6 spot. I know the combine was atrocious. I know his season did not go the way that we thought. But people love him, D-Bro. I'm still seeing people out there peddle him as a 2nd round pick in rookie drafts. And he's the type of player, man. Since Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson set the precedent, any LSU receiver that does anything, people will buy in. And this is the type of pick here in the middle of the 3rd. I'm not drafting Boutte to go score points on my fantasy team. I'm drafting Boutte because he's the type of cat that I can put in a trade package, right? I'll trade you, Nick Chubb and Kayshon Boutte. You give me your whatever it is, right? He's the quintessential throw-in piece to a deal, and that's how you dynasty, man. It's not – I can assure you, whatever rookie draft I'm in where I got 4 rookie picks, all 4 of them ain't going to be on my roster by the time the season starts. So at this point, I'm just looking at – I'm playing the psychology game, man. I'm playing the psychological game. Who can I get at this spot that I can move? If I take, let's just say hypothetically, I take Aiden O'Connell or Britton Strange or Tank Dell, they're probably on your roster. Like those aren't, that's not a desirable piece in the 3rd round. So there it is. If Boutte gets 3rd round capital, which here's what people will do, Derek, well, that wasn't that bad. I mean, 3rd round pick. He's a day 2 pick.
I mean, then they got to believe in him, right? They don't believe in Rashid Shaheed.
Michael Thomas is hurt.
Yeah, MT's hurt. It's
you
just
can see
Chris
people
Olave.
talking him into it.
People will say 3rd round isn't, man, for as bad as people made him seem, he still was a day 2 pick. So I'll go Kayshon Boutte to the New Orleans Saints, 74th overall. You are up, D-Bro, at the 3-7. Where do you want to go? I know. I'm about to dive into the 5th round soon. I'm about to dive into the 5th round soon.
She's them. I mean, these picks are woof.
Go to your ranks because it's getting dirty.
Fuck it, man. I'm not gonna let my man fall anymore. Give me the 5th round. I do not give a shit. Give me Evan Hull.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
Talk about Evan Hull. Talk about Evan Hull. You like him, right?
I like is a little bit of an understatement. I love Evan Hull, man. I think he's got a 3-down skill set. I think he's got he's a workhorse possibly at the NFL level. And for everybody out there who still is believing that the man should have ran a 4.6, he tested really damn close to Bijan Robinson, and go check the stats. It's real. So I would be surprised. Like, everybody's still mocking his ass low. I don't see it happening. I think he's going to surprise with capital. And I'll just take the shot. Like, Davis Allen, hell no. Chase Brown, who stunk it up and fell on his face at the Senior Bowl, hell no. Like, I'll take the shot on my guy. In the 3rd round, that's when you get to the my guy territory.
Yep. Jay Rich, 3-8. Let's go. Who you
I'll
want?
be taking Israel Abanikanda because he is dynamite in the 3rd round, even though I don't know where he's going. I think a player on limited touches who could do a lot. Izzy is the guy that I would take here. Could have taken Chase Brown, but I think, like I mentioned, he has some pass catching abilities, but the biggest thing is his explosion. He only needs one play and he can get it done, so I will be taking Izzy here. I think he's the best home run threat of the guys left remaining. You could go Sean Tucker if you really wanted, but the injury concerns there are definitely a bit of a problem. So Izzy is an easy pick for me here late in the 3rd round.
All right, I am up with the, what pick is this? The 3-9, and I am going to take Illinois running back, the face planter at the Senior Bowl himself, Chase Brown, who's picked in the 4th round by the Seattle Seahawks. Nope, he's not going to be a starting running back. Nope, doesn't have a chance to be the starting running back, but I believe he could be and operate as a better version of DJ Dallas / Travis Homer, whom they lost in free agency. Chase Brown is an explosive running back. What he's not is Kenneth Walker. He's not a between the tackles, pound it, 20 carry a game grinder, but I do believe that he can be a competent backup to Kenneth Walker, and heaven forbid something happened to Kenneth Walker, even if I don't believe in Chase Brown, the talent. That is a situation in Seattle with their offensive front, with the playmakers, that I can sell Chase Brown. I think he's a good complimentary running back at the next level that lands in a good situation, that wants to run the ball. So I'll take the shot on Chase Brown here at the 3-9 before I dive into the 5th and 6th round players. But you are up, D-Bro. 3-10, final pick in this mock. Where you going, my friend?
Again, I'm betting on talent. He's not in this mock, so I know I'm dipping to the 5th, but if I'm tossing chips in on somebody that I like a whole lot, man, give me Roschon Johnson.
Okay, Roschon. I like it. Good pick. I'm fine with Roschon, and just we're assuming Roschon was a 5th round pick per this mock. Yep. So 5th round pick at
this point we tossing darts, baby.
Yeah. Yep. There we go. Jay Rich, your last pick. Where you going?
I'll be taking Tank Bigsby out of Auburn. Again, more of a 2-down pick. But again, of all the guys left available, I think the Tank, with his SEC pedigree, should translate to the NFL the best of all these players. Again, more of a 1 and 2, but if somehow he gets 3rd down work, I would not be shocked, but would be a bit surprised. Bigsby's an easy pick here for me. He's probably the best of all the running backs, especially on the first 2 downs. And I think I'd take that over anybody else available right now.
And I am up with the final pick in this mock. And I mean, I'm looking at the board, y'all. Like, I don't want, like, and it's not even that I don't like Mingo, but Tennessee, I mean, come on, man.
Woof.
I'm not touching Aiden O'Connell. I don't know who Brenton Strange is, but I know he's behind Evan Ingram at best.
The landing spot with Bengals? I don't know, man.
Sean Tucker? Come on, Ray. He's like a mid-second in a lot of mocks.
So Sean Tucker and his self-videoed pro day. I don't know.
That's where I'm thinking. Like, if I'm being real, I'm thinking Sean Tucker. Like,
that's your trade chip right there.
I'm just taking, at this point, it's a running back. I'm fine with Zach Kuntz here. The landing spot in the Capitals 3rd round of Cincinnati works, but D-Bro, there's still people who think Sean Tucker's a 1st round rookie pick. I'm seeing videos come out weekly. I mean, Sean Tucker 109. I don't give a damn about any of that. Sean Tucker's the best running back in this class. He's going to show you all. He's going to show you. He's going to tell you, just like somebody in the wake-up chat today just told, you're going to learn that Zach Evans is the best back in this class. I doubt we will learn that, and I doubt Sean Tucker is what we think or thought he was. But here at the 312, he's a steal, and he's the ideal throw him in with some receiver like Brandon Ayuk and Sean Tucker. Can that get me, a higher calibered wide receiver, a running back? And I think he's the quintessential type of pick right here where you're just like, yep, give me that Sean Tucker, because people love him. People love him, and I guarantee we look at the comments tomorrow. That was the best pick of the draft. Getting Sean. There's no way Sean Tucker's going to fall to the out Sean Tucker. So let's talk about the disgusting round 3, and I don't even want to get into round 4, but not good. Round 3, we had Josh Downs, Jaden Reed, Tucker Kraft, Devon Achane, Eric Gray. This is the first 5 picks. Keyshawn Butte, Evan Hall, Izzy Abanikanda, Chase Brown, Roshan Johnson, Tank Bigsby, and Sean Tucker. What a fall from grace for one Sean Tucker, and most importantly, really do hope that whatever ailment he's dealing with, he's okay and cleared to go. So there it goes. We went 3 rounds. We talked through some players. D-Bro, if you could do it over again, is there one pick where you're like, I wish I had that one back? Or do you feel pretty good? Do you feel pretty good where you're at?
I mean, considering the capital and stuff like that, I feel pretty good. I think the only one, maybe format going the quarterback early, going Bryce Young and stuff like that. But again, I'm willing to sit there and plant the flag, man. But no, I feel good about how this fell. I know I went tight end heavy, and leaned into the format some, but honestly, guys, like after you get like outside of the second round, as far as capital, you just start tossing darts, dude. Like, that's what's up. Like, I like your approach, though, Ray, like, with the sweeteners. Like,
yeah,
Keyshawn and Zach Evans, like, and Tuck, like, people talk themselves into a lot of bullshit in Dynasty, so I can feel it. Yep.
And that's in some of the picks, man, I'm just saying, some of the picks aren't picks where I'm like, this dude is a guy. I think Sean Tucker's going to be a dude. I think Zach Evans is dope. Baby. But people love these cats, man. Like, we are seeing people put out information with Tucker being a top 5 back in the class. Zach Evans, RB3. No. I don't care what anybody says. Zach Evans is RB3. So you know what? I'll draft these guys, and I'll trade them to you immediately. As soon as they do anything, you could have them. Give me Miles Sanders. Give me Amon-Ra. I will toss I'll toss all 3 of them in there. You want Tucker and Zach Evans? You can have both of them. You can fucking have them. Right?
Give somebody Butte and Zach Evans and get yourself like a late 24 second, a high third or some shit.
There we go.
I'll take that.
There we go. It's tough, man. Again, doing a mock, just us 3, we just go down the ranks. We'd fill out 4 rounds with ease. But when you have to factor in a hypothetical situation where you have draft capital and landing spot, it makes you think about things a lot different. And I think the big takeaway is we can have these players ranked however we liked, but ultimately, and it's not everything, draft capital and landing spot are paramount, and it will shift how we feel about some. I love Devon Achane. He goes in the 4th round to New England. I'm like you, dude, bro. I guess I'll take him, right? Like, I'm with you. Like, I guess I'll take him. I don't know what to do.
I mean, we could sit here and draft off our ranks. Like, people know I've been out in the streets. Like, I love Puka Nacua. I like Xavier Hutchinson. But, like, if both those dudes fall to the 5th round, like, people are like, oh, man, how could you have this guy as a wide receiver 7? We don't know draft capital right now. Like, off of the talent and the profile, I'll sit here and toss my damn hat in with Puka Nacua. But, like, he goes round 5, round 6, that changes the diagram, man. Like, it's going to adjust the ranks.
And yes, Sam, yes. So Sam said if Evans and Tucker get drafted in the first 90 picks and great landing spots, are you going to change? Yeah, of course. I mean, we did it in this draft. Yes. Evans was a 3rd round pick. If Tucker's a 3rd round pick, we have to adjust, right? And that doesn't mean I'm adjusting him up to the 5th overall pick. But he wouldn't go 312. But we had to do this mock based on the fact that he wasn't a top 90 pick. He wasn't a top 100 pick. He was past round 4. So if he gets the capital, if Tank Bigsby gets the capital, if Roshan, that's everything. And it goes both ways. A Rich went 103. If he doesn't get the capital and he slides to the back of the 1st or out of the 1st, then we adjust. That's what you should do. That should be 101 Dynasty rookie draft, how you start to slot things. Like, I can him all I want, damn it. But if he doesn't go, then we'll adjust.
Well, I want to throw something else out there too, guys. Like, does this draft cycle too, and this is a feel I've been getting the whole time, does this draft cycle feel like outside of the top 3 running backs, outside of the top 3 or 4 wide receivers, nobody has a really good finger on like where the rest of those running backs go, where the rest of these wide receivers go? Like, capitals and people's feels are all over the place. Like, nobody's got a real good feel about where Roshan goes, where Tank goes, where Josh Downs fell to the freaking 3rd round in this one, where Tillman, Hutchinson, Mims, all those guys go. Like, so their capital's all over the place. So like after you get past like your top 10 ranks, maybe your top 12, a lot's going to change in people's ranks based off of where the capital ends up and who surprises in the NFL draft. So people are like, you don't have a really good feel in this class. Dude, nobody has a real good feel on what the exact capital is on a lot of these guys. So if you want to shit on this stuff early, yeah, we're all going to be adjusting because the capital, nobody has a great finger on the pulse about where some of these guys go from the 3rd round to the 5th round.
Agreed. I mean, everyone's guessing. Everyone's guessing. Everyone. And that's why we do as many of these on Destination Devy as possible. That way, if the quarterbacks go early, we've already done some mocks and we're thinking about where to slot them. If they fall late, we're already adjusting and thinking about, well, we've done that. That's why we do this on the show. But Derek, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here, man. I love everything that you're doing, man. I'm so happy to see the success that you've had since transitioning over to Fantasy Pros, man. You're absolutely crushing it, man. I saw you yesterday. I think it was yesterday. You even quote tweeted your 2020 ranks. Team no delete. Like, this is how I had them. Shit happens. Let's go. So I'm excited for your path, man, for your journey. We don't have guests on Wake Up at all, like ever. But you have been on, is this the 2 times? Are you a returner?
Maybe twice?
I think this is the second time.
Twice, yeah.
I think second.
I don't know. Jay Rich is going to have to sit there and quote me on that.
Well, I know Elliot's been on. I know EC's been on. But, man, just
we've
love
done so many shows where it all kind of falls together,
We've
baby.
done a lot. So.
The magic kind of blends together. Yeah. You hit me up or Jay Rich hit me up in DMs and asked me if I come on. I was like, come on, dude. Like,
yeah.
Fuck. Like, I'm not going to tell you no. There ain't no way in hell. Like, I'm not a morning person, but there ain't no way in hell I'm going to sit here and not come on the show, dude. Like, I love you guys to death. Mad respect on what the hell y'all are doing. Y'all put out some of the best Dynasty content that's out there in the space. Like, no shit, no bullshit here. Yeah. So, I mean, hell, I feel blessed to sit here and do this show, man, because I respect y'all's work. I know y'all both like off air, so to sit here and chop it up live, dude, I think it's a special thing. So there ain't no way in hell I was going to say no.
All right, we got a couple of super chats we got to get to real quick. This is Shade at YouTube before we get out of here. One from our man Jimbo. This is at Jay Rich. $20. Baltimore finishes higher than Boston this season.
Jimbo, I know that I am Skip Richards, but I am not a moron. I've already bet Boston to finish last in the AL East, okay? So you can keep your money, and I will happily profit on Boston's downfall this season. But I also love how you send a $20 bet with a $2 super chat, my friend.
$2 super chat.
That's the best you can do to get my attention. Yeah, you put your money up, and then I'll put my money up, and we'll see what happens. It's a little bit short, though. A little bit short there.
And then my man Fizzle, this is a shot at D-Bro.
I've been waiting for Fizzle. Fizzle was sitting here talking mad stuff on Twitter. Where you at, Fizzle?
You were wrong for not taking Addison there, man. I'm disappointed in you, Derek Brown. I am unfollowing you. I don't want to watch any more of your shows, but great show today, fellas. Today was lit. # wake up. Now, Fizzle, I added that. I love Fizzle. Fizzle's dope. Fizzle's dope, man. So there we go. We appreciate everybody in the chat, engaging with this one. Almost 800 comments this morning. I hope you all gained something from this exercise. We will continue to do this. We're about a month away from the NFL draft, so stay tapped in to everything that we're doing over here on Wake Up, Destination Dynasty, with Scott Connor. We've got America's Game, Eugene and Ike off the line, Who's Next, Overreaction Podcast, 4D Chat. We got a lot of shit. A lot of stuff. Tomorrow night, I will be doing an Underdog Best Ball Draft live. Got to get back into that big board. Jay Rich, you are not welcome on the next live show. You are not welcome. He's taking Khalil Shakir in like the 10th round. D-Bro.
D-Bro, how do you feel about Khalil Shakir?
Come on, bro. Not in the 10th round of no best ball draft.
Not in the 10th round, but I'm all in.
Round, man.
Him and Deontay Hardy,
as long
super
as my
late, I'm
man
in
D-Bro
for it.
is all in, that's all I care about, Ray. That's all I care about.
All right. Well,
round,
I love
baby.
y'all.
The spice is
Appreciate
real.
everybody for being in the chat. Derek Brown, thank you so much. Follow him at Dbro_FFB on Twitter. And make sure y'all wake y'all asses up with us next Monday. For Ray, for Jay, love y'all. Y'all be great. We out. Peace. Before y'all close off of the video, I just want to say thank you for checking out the content on Destination Devi. Really appreciate every single view that we get. And the only thing that I ask is that you hit the thumbs up button, like the content, subscribe to the channel, and if you can, comment below for the algorithm. Really helps the channel grow. Now, if you want more exclusive access to me and the entire Destination Devi team, patreon.com/allgas gives you that access. Now, if your money's a little funny, we do have free content for you. Make sure you subscribe to the All Gas newsletter. There's a link in the description of this video below. And subscribe to the Destination Devi podcast radio feed, where we got all types of shows hitting airwaves every single week. Now, I'm about to let y'all into my home right now so you can see my setup in my media room. You are watching this on my brand new Epson EpiqVision Ultra LS800 projector. Epson came into your boy's crib and hooked me up with this brand new projector in 120-inch SilverFlex screen, free of charge. And I'm telling you right now, this has completely changed the way that I watch movies, that I watch sports, that I game. If you want a setup like this that takes up absolutely no space at all, there's a link in the description below. Click that or visit epson.com/wakeup to completely change. What a fucking show. Y'all had it right.
No